Good day, gentle people, it's your festive Mr. 42. Welcome back to my channel for this Christmas Unspecial. Today we're gonna look at some random fleur videos. Let's see how deep the derp goes. Let's start off with Brian's logic. He does not honor his name.
There's only two options. Either the planes are taking off at position A at the east coast of America and flying to position B at the west coast of America, and they're flying against this supposed lockstep air that's moving with the surface of a globe.
Hold it! Hold it!
If the air is in lockstep, as you call it, with the surface of the Earth, the rotation of the Earth and the direction of the plane become completely irrelevant.
To get to their destination, right, which will mean that, right, and which will mean that we will see drift, right, of the airplane, because anyone who is observing here, who is on the surface here of this globe, is going to see the plane that's flying east to west above them. They're going to see the drift of that plane. They're going to observe abnormalities.
Why is it that so many flirts cannot grasp the basic concept of reference frames?
Right, visual abnormalities, the Coriolis effect. There's no way to not observe that, right? Because the planes do get from A to B. That would mean they have to be flying east to west.
The Coriolis force is perpendicular to the Earth axis and therefore acts in the north-south direction. So you don't even understand what the Coriolis force is, and you fail to give the right example. This is really pathetic. Let's see if F-Top World can do any better.
An equatorial mount does not prove a globe. It's actually quite the opposite.
This is gonna be good.
An equatorial mount disproves a globe because it proves the motion of the sky and the stationary Earth.
I'm not going to pretend I know anything about equatorial mounts. Perhaps Wolfie6020 can fill you in on that, or watch one of his videos on that subject. But in your simple way of thinking, it could be either the sky moving or the Earth moving, and those two scenarios would be indistinguishable for you, the simple observer.
Otherwise it wouldn't be an equatorial mount. It wouldn't need a motor. It wouldn't need to be in motion itself to track something in the sky if the sky wasn't in motion. Have fun with that, Globers.
Well, that's an easy one. You're already in a car, so just imagine you want to film something static on the side of the road, while passing by. Why is it that you need to move your camera to keep it centered if you are the one moving and the object is standing still? Have fun with that, Flurf. Okay, who's next?
Hello everyone.
Oh dear, it's Benjo.
The first map we will be looking at is this one that has been widely promoted lately.
Well, that's just a bunch of crap, isn't it?
The moon map is being promoted with no real science behind it.
Oh, you mean like Flat Earth?
Just a fictional concept as we find in science fiction stories of the old.
Oh, you mean like Flat Earth?
Let's now look at the next map, which claims to represent our reality, the so-called Pac-Man map. When I first came across this map, I knew it looked familiar. I had seen it before. In fact, the so-called Flat Earth map is not a Flat Earth map at all. It's an old existing map called the Oblique Mercator Projection of the Globe. This so-called map of the elect is a fraud. This map was not created by Flat Earthers.
Okay, so if the map was not created by Flat Earthers, it is a fraud for you. Alright, let's keep that in mind.
It can't be, because it's a projection of the globe.
This reminds me of something.
Since this so-called map of the elect is nothing more and nothing less than a knockoff version of an existing Mercator's projection, which represents the globe, I will not even waste time comparing it with the Gleason's AE map.
Globe projection is bad for you. Alright.
I have found evidence that the reason the AE map is attacked so much, it's because it is the map that destroys the spinning ball Earth narrative.
Except that every time you try, you are the one ending up being destroyed.
Many filtrators have been sent to try to discredit this map.
Not today, I just remember. I'll have you discredit it. US patent number 497917 by Alexander Gleason. The patent for his time chart. Yes, you heard that correctly, time chart. It's not even a map. He explains long and wide how and why it was created, how it works and what to do with it. And guess what, Benjo? Navigation is not one of its uses. You can find the patent for yourself and read all about it. But wait, there's more. Quote, the extortion of the map from that of a globe consists mainly in the straightening out of the meridian lines allowing each to retain their original value from Greenwich, the equator to the two poles. End quote. Signed by Alexander Gleason. Benjo, Alexander Gleason was not a flat earther, he did not create a map, but a time chart, and it is a globe projection anyway. I think it's time for you to abandon this whole idea, by your own standards. And that's quite it for this Christmas Unspecial. I hope you enjoyed it enough to hit that like button. I wish you all a very good Christmas time, and I'll be back next week for more crazy. This has been Mr. 42, out. Don't panic.